We start us off today with a documentary on our fight for equality to men.
Yeah, we got the right to vote, but is our opinion truly valued?
Feminism.
The theory behind the women's movement of 1960.
The belief that women should have political, social, and economic equality with men. We are here to report about Betty Friedan, the writer. According to experts, is what she read. Psychologists and women's magazines, all women needed was a husband, healthy children, and a house in the suburbs. She wrote the book The Feminine Mystique, and her most famous question was, "Is this all?" And we say no!
My partner and I are part of the National Organization for Women, also known as NOW. In 1966, 28 women, including Betty Friedan, created this to persuade women's goals. The time has come, the founders of NOW declared, to confront with concrete actions the conditions which now prevent women from enjoying the inequalities of opportunities, which is their right as individual Americans and as human beings. NOW members push for the creation of childcare facilities which would enable mothers to persuade jobs and education. NOW also pressures the EEOC to declare sex-segregated jobs as illegal and to issue guidelines to employers stating that they could no longer refuse to hire women for traditionally male jobs.
Gloria Steinem, a journalist, political activist, and ardent supporter of women's liberations movement. She made her voice heard on feminism and equality. Steinem's grandmother served as president of the Ohio's Women's Suffrage Association from 1908 to 1911. Steinem inherited her passion and conviction from her grandmother. In 1971, Steinem helped found the National Women's Political Caucus, a moderate group that encouraged women to seek political office. She and other women created a new magazine, Miss, designed to treat contemporary issues from the feminist perspective.
Gloria Steinem is one of those women who, once noticed, isn't easily forgotten.
It's called In Her Own Words, Gloria in Her Own Words, and it is like the one in his own words about Ted Kennedy. People might have seen that. So I sat and tried to tell the truth as best I could. I remember when I got so frustrated with an inability to publish anything much about the movement that I actually started to go out and speak.
American children suffer from too much mothers and too little fathers.
HBO and Cunard McGee took it and found all this amazing footage that some of which I'd never seen, had no idea that it existed. I still dance in elevators when the music is on and nobody's watching. It gave me a compassion for myself. You know how we're very, I think, self-critical, and it made me want to go back and hug that young woman and say it's going to be okay. Susan B. Anthony said, "Our job is not to make young women grateful; it's to make them ungrateful." So they keep going. We're not going to stop.
Congress passed the Equal Rights Amendment, or the ERA, yesterday, March 22, 1972. This proposed banning discrimination based on sex.
need new shoes.
Yeah, yeah, I said don't stop, don't stop, don't stop talking to me. Stop.
Phyllis Schlafly came up to me yesterday, obviously a conservative. She said, along with conservative religious groups, political organizations, and many anti-feminists, they felt that the ERA would lead to a parade of horribles, such as the drafting of women, the end of laws protecting homemakers, and the end of a husband's responsibility to provide for families, and same-sex marriages. Schlafly said that the radical feminists hate men, marriage, and children, and were oppressed only in their distorted minds. We're feminists,
And we don't hate men.
and we're gonna get married someday.
And we don't hate children. I, as a woman, do not like it when boys ask me to make them sandwiches. Just because women before me made sandwiches doesn't mean that I have to make sandwiches. That's all I have to say.
Yes, you know, they say a woman's place is in the home, and I suppose as long as she's in the home, she might as well be in the kitchen. How?
R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T, take F-C-C-T. Little respect. Ooh, hey, little respect. I get tired, keep on trying. You're running out of food, and I ain't lying. When you come home, well, you might walk in and find out alone.
Why do I want equality to men? Because I go and I work at a job and I do just as much work as a man does and I get paid 50% or less than he does. Why does that make sense? It doesn't. So it's not fair. Just because I'm born a woman means I get less rights. That's not fair.